a whole alphabet to choose from, but now I think they might write, Michael has a harmless addiction to having an audience. I think that would sum it up nicely. A harmless addiction to having H-A-H-A. I suffered from laughter. By the time I was in high school, I was hanging with a friend. His dad was on the tail end of vaudeville. So he had an apple tree in the backyard, or as we called it, the prop department. Because he was teaching me how to juggle, and there were always things available. He taught me three. I would go in the backyard. He was like Zen for me. I was a quiet kid, so I'd spend time juggling, practicing, because I knew, there would come a time, you see, juggling is a feeder drug for the circus. Once you climb onto that circus wagon, you can't fall off. Yeah, by high school I was juggling, I was riding a unicycle, and by senior year my cousin was kind of a hippie theater guy. He took me aside. Mike, psst, come here. You want to try some improv? What? You don't have to be funny. Do you want to try some improv? Yes. But before I could finish, he took me along with a few others of his ilk, and I found myself on stage in Rochester, New York, the Eastman Theater. Behind me, the Philharmonic. In front of me, children coming in. Our job? Keep them occupied. Juggle, ride a unicycle, balance, have fun. Have fun? Are you kidding me? That was in my glory. No, it wasn't improv, I grant you. Some people can do improv. They can do a little improv on the weekend or after work. I'm going to do a little improv. Not me. I needed laughter like a drug. I had a ha-ha, I wanted a hearty har-har. I wanted more. If I got someone laughing, I'd say, hey, that's good. Here, try some chocolate milk. So, it seems like a straight line in retrospect, but at the time, I didn't know what I was doing. They said, go to college. So, I went to college. I learned a lot. One semester, I learned everything I need to know. I learned, for example, things I already knew. I knew what organic meant. Organic meant real and natural. To me, there it is. To them, it had something to do with chemistry. Didn't work. I quit school. I sat down. I came out to my parents. Mom, I said, I'm a juggler. She said. Said, no, really, Mom, that bruised fruit on the table, it's not defective. It was me. I'm a juggler. That summer, I was lucky enough to work at an amusement park with a friend. We rode unicycles, we juggled, we tied animal balloons, and they paid us. America, what a country. It was glorious. And then reality came around. I had a talking with myself. I had to sit down. I said, what is this? What's this all about? I know. Maybe it's hereditary. So I decided to kind of explore my heritage. Now, my father is Irish. Very large family. When they got together, they had fun. Sometimes it involved a beverage. He would be with his brothers, his sisters, they'd be laughing. These were my people. I was drawn to this. His brother, Eugene, was my godfather. That's it, I thought. I have the Eugene. That explains it. That explains the unicycle and the ukulele. I have the Eugene. I did more research. It was confirmed because in Latin, it's Eugenius. My mother was German. The Germans have a slightly different outlook. To my mother, laughter was punctuation. First you would determine, oh, was that a joke? Then you would insert the punctuation, ha-ha. Followed by, get back to work. Now, ironically, as I said, she came from a large German family. She had a sister, Jean. True story. So I had a Eugene and the antigene. Haha. I guess this whole thing is relative. I had to make a choice, but the answer was apparent. I chose my father. I chose my father. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I could do. I know what I liked. Then I discovered there was this school where they were teaching you to have fun with the possibility of going on the road with the greatest show on earth. That's it, I said. I'll run away. I'll join the circus. 50 years ago, still couldn't be done. There's paperwork involved. Oh, no. So I filled out the paperwork. What are the chances? Evidently good. Cut to the chase. I got in. Pause for applause. That's enough. Okay. So I had a unicycle, a backpack, some juggling props, and maybe a change of clothes. I found myself in Venice, Florida at the Ringling Winter Quarters. It looked like an old airport hangar left over from 1945. In the back, there were lions roaring. There I met Philippe Petit, but more importantly, I found my tribe. Who knew? There were hippies and Vietnam vets. There were college graduates and high school dropouts. There were 19 years old, 25 years old. Men, women, black, deaf, hearing. We were 50, a deck of jokers. United by one thing, a love of the American lore of circus. We were gifted by exposure to the clowns who had been around for 30, 40 years. Some of them had been on the tent show. The Ringling Tent Show closed 10 miles outside of Pittsburgh in 1956 in Heidelberg, Pennsylvania. You'll see a sign that says Heidelberg Racetrack Plaza. Before it was a plaza, it was a racetrack. 1956, they folded that. In 1956, a man named Kenneth and Israel Feld, they got involved. They folded the tent. They streamlined the train. They split it in 2 units. They moved it into buildings. 7 years later, there I was in Ringling, Clown College.